Hi, welcome. It's virtual voices time. But I need some sound effects. Where are my sound effects? I don't have any. Leah V has the sound effects. But yes. Welcome to Virtual Voices. It's your girl J Rose. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm super excited about tonight as usual because I'm always excited to have creative people up in here and see people, share their artistry. It's really, really important to me, and I love it. I look forward to Virtual Voices all the time. Give me a minute. I am going on Facebook and sharing this so that people can know that we are live. Waiting for my girl Leah V to come through. I hope she's okay because I haven't heard from her. But when you are adulting, it's not easy. Like, I wish they would have I guess they did warn us that adulting was hard, but I wish I would have listened a little bit more because adulting is super, super hard. So I'm really, really excited. Anybody, if you guys are tuning in, hey, what's up, Open Book? How are you? What's up, Naja Johnson? How you doing? If you guys want to perform, please just drop a mic in the comments and I will send you, I will private message you the link so you can come into the studio. So right now, I'm honestly just waiting for people to come into the studio. I guess people are running late. It's one of those days, I guess. I know the weather's been kind of like crappy out here. It's been snowing for like a few days. Cool. I see you, Storyteller Gordon. That is our feature for the night. I'm super, super excited for you guys to meet him. He's super dope. So make sure that you tune in and stick around for him. So yeah, right now it's just me in here, which is really weird. I haven't really had to do this before where it's just literally me. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I say? Usually Leah V is going into all the rules and regulations. I'll break it down. Hopefully I do as good as a job as she does because those are some like serious shoes to fill. She really holds it down. So those of you that come up to perform usually have 5 minutes, but right now the list is pretty light. So if you go a little bit over, it won't be such a bad. I'm not gonna like kick you guys out. But for sure, you get 5 minutes to perform. You don't have to do just one piece. So if you can fit 2 pieces in that time frame, go right ahead and do it. Usually we do 2 rounds. Today, we probably won't do 2 rounds because I have to get up early in the morning tomorrow. So if we do end up ending a little bit early tonight, I don't mind. I'm filming a really special episode of the J Rose Experience tomorrow, and I have to be up really early to do my hair and makeup and get ready for the filming. So I don't mind getting a little bit of rest tonight. I don't know about y'all. But please drop a mic if you want to perform. I can definitely send you the link so you can join us in the studio. What else? What are the rules? Yeah, no hate speech, nothing. We are here. We are pro-Black. We are pro like religions, and we are pro like all the good stuff. We're not here to like discriminate or hate on people. So, you already know it's a great vibe here. So, that's what we try to constantly maintain. I feel like Leah V says so much more. If you're tuning in, make sure you share it on Facebook or share it on YouTube. Let people know that we're here, that we're live, that we got some great performers coming up. So let people know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna put a little comment here in the Facebook thingy majiggy. I gotta make up words right now. Drop a mic. So yes, let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, how you holding up with this weather. I really want to know. I'm not a fan of the snow. As a kid, obviously I liked it, but when I got old enough where I had to like actually clean it off my car and walk in it and stuff is like too much. All right. I'll do something as an honor of Cinderella B. Oh, cool. Naja, I will send you the info so you can join us. All right, drop a mic to get on the list. and share it. Don't mind me, I'm looking at another screen. I'm trying to like multitask here. Naja, I got you, sis. I got you. Let me send you that the link so you can join us. Naja. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited about this episode tomorrow that we're filming of the J Rose experience, because it's going to be really different from all the other episodes that we filmed in the previous seasons. This is more of like an ode to the people that have been a part of this journey since the beginning, since before the J Rose experience was even a thing. So I invited some guests, a handful of guests, to come and join me for a really special brunch. So it's gonna be lit. I'm super excited. I got my nails done. Look. Shout out to my girl Flor, who's always hooking up my nails. She be doing the damn thing. That's one thing that I'm always that's probably like the girliest thing about me, guys, is that I like to get my nails done, you know? Can you be mad at that? Yeah. All right. So let me see if I can share this to some people. Let people know that this is going on. I'll share it to some groups. Right? Any of you guys in these Facebook groups? I'm in quite a few. And I hope I don't get kicked out for this. You know, like these Facebook groups, they be playing games. They be like kicking you out for no reason, like just because you want to promote your stuff. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a quick promo video of this week's episode of the J Rose experience so you guys can tune in. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna set it up so you guys can see it. I don't know how long it gives me though. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. Naja, I sent you the info. I sent it to your inbox. So please feel free to join us in the open mic. What was I going to do here? See, like, I need my girl Leah V. That's my backup. That like she be holding me down. But I don't know where she is. And I hope she's okay. I hate when I like reach out to people and I don't hear back from them. I be getting mad worried. But that's like the mom in me, you know. I'm always like extra worried about people. Hey, Naja joined us. What's up, AC? I see you in the comments. Pull up, AC. Hey, Naja.
Hello. Hold on, let me put you on the other screen on mute. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. How are you?
I've been there. Oh, look, people are hitting me up. They want to join. I'm doing well. How are you, boo?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm trying to stay warm and out of this weather.
Yeah, I feel you. I had to drive in it a little earlier. It's not horrible, but it ain't fun.
I mean, yeah, it definitely could be worse, but you know,
yeah,
still kind of annoying.
Yeah, this is like the first open mic I've done in a long time. So
welcome.
I'm feeling a Disney spirit. If anybody got kids around, bring your kids around. This is one that they'll enjoy. Give them a little introduction to Cinderella, the only Cinderella that I know.
Ooh, yes. All right. Well, Naja, tell us where you're tuning in from. Where did you hear about Virtual Voices? And then you could share like 2 pieces if you want, because we got time tonight, girl.
I only have the one. It's the one that I was like, oh, I just recorded a cover of it, which is on my YouTube page, first name, last name, on YouTube if you want to see it again. But
yes,
for you. I'm tuning in from Jersey. I am an actress and a singer. I'm also a teaching artist. And so I say that my gift is to just share my love of performing and as well as educating this next generation of performers. So
yes,
I'm going to be singing in my own little corner from Cinderella. Cinderella, where's my shoe? Cinderella, I'm hungry. Cinderella, Cinderella. I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in my land. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl men go mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone, in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta. I'm a queen in the court. I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport, and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry. And I thought I forgot to bring my gun. All alone in the jungle, I am lost and free. When I meet a lioness in her lair, just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
Oh my God. Wow. That was so beautiful.
I hope that gets everyone excited to watch it again, because I know it was definitely some of the reasons why I wanted to become a singer and an actress and a performer, especially in musical theater. And I have a musical theater background. My family are actually musicians and actors. And so, but just all of these different like Black girl magic influential moments in my life have really kind of set me up to look at the acting industry, the music industry, and the theater industry just as it's all, whether it's classical music, whether it's hip hop, jazz, or combinations, like it's all for us. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't, who you are doesn't define what type of music you can be exposed to. Because that's Rodgers and Hammerstein, and that's a classic musical theater that you wouldn't think that, we could be a part of. And, it's one of my favorite songs to sing.
So beautiful. That's so beautiful. Look, someone said that they loved it. They loved it. It was, I mean, I don't get to see too much of musical theater on this
That's my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend.
Oh, hey boo. Look at that, supporting your girl. That's how you do it. Showing love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we don't get to see like musical theater on this platform, so I always love and appreciate when someone comes and does something like that. For you, I mean, since listen, it's just you and me here right now. So, like what made you do Cinderella? What was like what made you choose that?
I guess for me, I'm always trying to fight the stereotype um, that all a Black girl can do is sing R&B, and even in the musical theater, we're belters, which I can do. Don't get it twisted, but it's not the only thing that especially if you're trained, it's about knowing everything and knowing the canon, and not just exposing yourself to things that are stereotypically Black, like belting, or and
Mm,
it's both, because I do expose myself to that, because that's part of my culture. But also, like, why can't you see a Black Cinderella in 2020? I think Cinderella, the movie version, was kind of special in its own way, and even Keke Palmer being the first Cinderella on
yes.
Broadway, But I think that it's important, even like for little girls, to see that you can be it also. You don't have to be somebody of status to be considered for these things. Like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't, and they're not any more talented than you. And so
Yeah.
I always try to challenge myself to learn music and songs and sing in a way that's not that you wouldn't think.
Yeah.
I'm classically trained in classical music as well as singing, and that actually influences my singing in R&B and hip hop,
Mm,
because it's all about technique. That's really what it's all about. It's using your training to influence whatever you're singing. On
yeah.
days my voice is tired, I lean on my training. I lean on things
Mm.
that I was taught. I don't just lean on my talent, because my talent can only take me but so far. So, and that's
So
something I to my
what would
students.
be like your dream role if you were to like get like your ideal role?
So right now, my dream role, like when Broadway opens back up, because I am a union actress as well,
Oh,
is
yes, sis, get it.
Jagged Little Pill, which is about, if you guys anybody's familiar with Alanis Morissette, it's a lot of her songs. They're doing
Yeah.
That's a kind of thing with musical theater now, is to take prominent uh, writers and musicians. We know that we witnessed that with Waitress with Sarah Bareilles. So they did the same thing with Jagged Little Pill, which has been doing really well. And
I
I've only
love that album, by the way. That's like such a classic.
Yeah, and so I'm really into like that right now. That would be like something that I feel like within the next couple years I would love to audition for. The
Have you ever auditioned before for like a Broadway
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of I still got some ways to go. I'm getting there. I actually last year in 2019 November, I was actually cast twice in one day. I was cast as a singer for a cruise ship. So I was actually supposed to be on a cruise ship
Oh
from
my gosh.
March to November as one of their lead singers, and then I actually was cast as a day player role for Katie Keene. So I feel like that's episode 9, I think.
That's so
Um,
cool.
and even in that, like I try to tell people that I'm an actor. They're like, "Oh, what TV show have you been on?" I'm like, "Wait a second, like we do everything." No, for real, like we do everything. I mean, if you look at Denzel Washington is a stage actor and a
I
screen.
have seen Denzel Washington on Broadway twice. And can I just tell you, the man is so amazing that I forgot that he was Denzel Washington. As soon as he got on stage, at first it was like, oh my God, Denzel. And then within like 30 seconds, he became that character. And I forgot that he was Denzel. And then when the play ended, it was like, oh shit, I just watched like 3 hours of Denzel on a Broadway stage. It was amazing. I've seen like Cece she just passed away. I don't know why I can't think of her last name. Cuba Gooding Jr., Vanessa Williams, Felicia Rashad, like all those people, I've had the pleasure of seeing them on Broadway. And it's crazy because we don't really realize that these are actually like, they're more than just movies and TV actors. They are actually trained for theater, which is so different.
It is, and it does prepare you to be a film actor. You know, there's a lot of nuances that you just even in the history of theater, there's a lot of nuances just based on where a person is sitting that you kind of gotta project not only your voice but your energy across the room. You know, with
Yeah.
film and TV, it's kind of like how you're looking at us right now.
Yeah.
We have this box right here. So I don't have to, I can be having a close up right here and you'll get my nuances. I don't have to
Yeah.
speak loudly, you know, but with theater, if I'm all the way in the back of this theater and I have to project all of my energy, it does take a lot of focus and nuance in training and focus and really shutting at the fact that you are not you in that moment. You are that character and your only job is to make sure that you are telling this person's story, you know. Case in point, like when I was doing the song, I wasn't me. I wasn't Naja.
Yeah.
Everything that I did, I wanted you to make sure that you understood the nuances of this character that you don't always get. There's a catch. Like even people ask me, like, what do you like the difference? What do you like more from theater to film? There's two different mediums.
Yeah.
They require the same type of focus and attention, but in different ways.
Yeah, like that foundation is kind of the same, but then, you know, when you build on it, it's actually two different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you for letting me.
Where can people follow you? And like where can people follow you on social media?
So you can follow me at Naja. Where's my finger? Naja Johnson on Instagram and Naja Johnson on Facebook.
Awesome. Awesome, Naja. Please stick around if you can. You don't have to, but no, I'm not forcing you. I'm going to bring up another performer that joined us in the studio. Hey, Science, how are you?
How y'all doing?
So much.
Please, thanks for like saving me. It's like it's a quiet night, you know, and I totally you know, sometimes we have nights like this. So I'm like, hey guys, please join us. Sheen and Symbolic. I see you guys in the comments. Please pull up. I DM'd you guys the link, so join us. Welcome, Science. Please tell us where you're tuning in from, how you heard about Virtual Voices, and you could do a couple pieces and rock out.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. What, you want me to do something now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, intro, where you from, you know.
Sure. Okay, I'll do that while I can pull up something. So yeah, my name is Science. What's that stage name? I usually have everybody refer to me as Khan. I am a photographer, spoken word artist. I can't talk today. Out of Lithonia, Georgia. It's basically like 10 minutes away from Atlanta. So
yes.
I'm originally from New York, Queens, South Jamaica.
Queens, Southside.
80s baby, 90s kid, all that good shit.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know which one I'm gonna do today. I think I'm gonna do something that I'm prepping for a slam.
Oh yes, get the practice. I'm here for it.
So it's not in my head yet, but I want to see how it sounds.
All right, let's go. Sheen, I see you. What's up, Sheen? I caught him drinking water.
All right, so check it. This is called that MF Doom.
They get comfortable, like they've arrived. They've conquered.
Sorry, I'm also on Clubhouse. Shh.
It's all good. Yeah. Clubhouse is lit.
Right. All right, so it's called that MF Doom. Free my niggas till my niggas is free for mental slavery. Millennials and Z put forth 1 foot forward proclamation emancipating our minds. Man standing on the corner of Mitchell and Broad, watching like a weary elder, keeping an eye on his lawn. Won't you help us sing these songs of freedom until my nigga Doom is free, because he's all we've ever had. And the only gift we receive from the old pirates and the merchant ships, perchance, if Doom never killed our prophets with knees to the neck and assassins' bullets to our sleeping girls and women while we stood aside and look, we wouldn't appreciate that death is just a part of life. We've got to fulfill the book of Revelations. So, brother, won't you help us sing These songs of freedom. Until my nigga Doom is free, because he's all we've ever had. And if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have redemption songs. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. We ask that you take our nigga Doom from the bottomless pit of solitary and put him back on the beat where he belongs, because we emancipated ourselves from mental slavery. We no longer stand aside and look. We've learned that y'all like to throw the book at niggas, chain us and load us on to the merchant ships, take us to new worlds to pimp us for our atomic energy. So won't you help us sing these songs of freedom? Until my nigga Doom is free, because he's all we've ever had. He deserves a chance at redemption songs. And since we know that our cries for free niggas will fall on fearful ears, we secretly hope that for crying out for free Doom, that you actually keep that motherfucker locked up for years, equivalent to the temperature of exploding atomic energy all along. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. It's conscience. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, I love the Bob Marley like reference. Oh, I'm a big Bob Marley fan. Oh my gosh. Do you have another piece to share with us, please?
I do. I'm gonna let somebody else roll up and then just come back to me real quick.
All right, no problem. Sheen Anthony, please come up, turn your camera on, join us, share some poetry. Where'd you go, Sheen? I just saw you. You was like fixing your hair and shit. Hi. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Try turning your mic on and off.
Can you hear him?
I can't hear him. You know, Mercury's in retrograde, so you know, like the technology be all off. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, I can do the second joint. Hold on, let me see what else.
Yeah, get it ready, cue it up. If you want, I'll share a piece real quick. If you want, while you get yourself ready.
Yeah. Let me see if I can figure out which one I want to do.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll share a piece. It's been a while since I did this piece. Actually, this is like my staple piece. I think if you watch me perform, you've definitely heard me do this piece before. Hey, Sheen, I see you backstage. I'll add you back in a minute. I'm gonna do a piece real quick, and then I'll add you back on. So yeah, I do this piece. I've done it like 1,000 times, but it's one of my favorites. It's one of the first pieces I started performing with when I first hit the stage, and it's titled "The Bad Bitch Syndrome." So I hope you like it. I see you admiring the Boricua jeans in my jeans. That's right. These curves were cultivated by rice and beans. Your eyes devouring me so they haven't feasted in weeks, but you're too blind to see that there's true gems in me. There's true gems in me. Do you hear me? There's true gems in me. My womb controlled by the moon like the waves of the seas. My strength fed by the labor fruits of Mother Earth, and my path beaten yet resilient, enduring more pain and suffering than any man can stand. The threshold's pretty high for what it's worth, so no, I'm no bad bitch. You see, bad bitches chew holes in your clothes and they bury your keys in the ground. I pierce your mind with spears of knowledge, and I bury the notion that my body's a playground. Bad bitches play fetch and they don't even bring back the stick. I ain't got time for your games of that bullshit you spit, but you don't hear me though. You too busy breaking your neck to catch a glimpse of the switch in my hips. So in no way, shape, or form in my household pet, get it straight, my dude. I'm no bad bitch. You see me? I'm a muse of my own creations. And I use the language of art to express who I am, but you seem to be lost in translation. I'm a soldier of my own revolution, and my battle cries will never fall upon your deaf ears. So here, revel in this rebel solution. So for the last time, this queen from Queens is no bad bitch. You see, bad bitches stay chained up to anything that'll hold them down. Meanwhile, I stride with my head held high, rocking wisdom on my crown. Majestic gems affixed to my thoughts. I'm dropping jewels of guidance. Paradox of virtue. Through my pupils, they shine. And all you got to do is take a look at my eyes and see that being a bad bitch is a false reality. My queens, you're the royal bearers of our future. You're the fire that simmers in the eyes of truth. Please understand that the last thing you want to be called is a bad bitch. Because bad bitches sleep outside and get beat with rolled up New York Times for shitting inside. You feel me? That's my piece. I need Leah V's sound effects. Thank
The
you, thank
gem,
you, thank you.
the gems and
Sheen, you
guidance.
want to share some poetry with us while Con Science gets his stuff together and pulls up another poem?
I happily will do so now that I can hear and all the technical difficulties is going great.
I know,
All
listen,
right.
it bees like that, yo.
Listen, it's all right. That was the gems of guidance. That's stuck in my
Thank
oh
you.
that's stuck in my head. The Borica, okay.
My Boricua jeans.
I can't. No, first
I
off,
love it.
just thank you for being you, for sharing your words, is always doing what you do, and helping people be able to share their purpose. I feel like that's very enlightening within this time, and we definitely need more of that.
You already know. It's all love.
It's all love. But yeah, just little introduction. My name is Sheen. I'm a creative being, and I do what I do when I do it. So
Where are you tuning in, Sheen?
I
Where are you
definitely
tuning
gotta.
in from, Sheen?
Where I'm tuning in from? Philly 215 all day.
Philly, Philly,
Philly.
Philly.
You get Philly. So I definitely I just really felt the emotion, felt the energy with that piece. It that triggered me to go into this piece that I have to share. And because it's Gordon that is featuring, I have to do this piece because it's Gordon's favorite piece.
Yes, he'll be here soon. Actually, he'll be performing in about 15-20 minutes.
Hey, and I'll be tuned right in. So, so the title of this piece is called Just. So you say it's just sex, but it doesn't explain the late night intimate text, the passionate cuddles and pecks. So did you really just expect me to think this was just sex? I mean, why is your language so perplexed? Is it because you can't communicate how you really feel? Because I'll get upset? Nah, the real reason is that you're just a boy oversexed. And at this point, I'm just oversexed because you keep fucking with my feelings until the walls are loose. Destructive, renovating my generosity, taking advantage of my commute. I'm seduced to even fathom that you actually care for me. When in reality, you only care about prescribing vitamin D. See, I just realized you're just a bastard. Matter of fact, I'll just go. My Uber is 3 minutes away. But just so you know, I'm tired of playing games every other day. No, I do not want to stay. Because all you would do is capture my feelings just to go MIA. Missing in action. Your misplaced insecurities arrive while messages are incoherent and argumentative, mad, impulsive, avoidant, with malicious intentions anticipated. You're manipulative, irritating, and aggravating me, misleading my inconsiderate affections, meaning you are ignorant, affecting my infatuated addiction, digmatized, I mean mesmerized by how you're just a fuck boy, constantly want to and fuck me over, and I'm just supposed to let you come over, let you come all over and be just a sex toy? So what are we? Did you say friends with benefits? Since when did you deserve all my benefits? Because I've been fit enough to run away from the bullshit you cause. Pause. Let me get this straight. I'm just supposed to let you have sex with just about anybody and just be okay with it? So I guess it's just cool if I contract an STD, sexually transmitted disease, the sexcapade trap disorder, sexually tied but distant, sometimes tricked into doing it, satisfying the desire without satisfying my emotional needs, emotionally destroying me just because you want to bust your semen. See, some men just aren't honest with themselves. They want their cake and eat it too, not noticing mine is specially made just for you. Any way you slice it, what you see is what you get. Now, did you just want company or did you just want me in your bed? Little do you know, I've been waiting for you to bring this shit up so I could shut this shit down. And that's why at this current moment, we're not friends right now. I just wanted to make breakfast to warm your stomach, and you couldn't even warm my heart. Now, I will definitely make sure that we drift apart, and no, not like driftwood flowing down the river. I mean, like the next time I see you, I will swiftly turn the corner to make sure I will never, ever, ever come in contact with a nigga like you, which is doing myself a huge favor. I now understand the difference between a lover and a nigga that applies pressure for pleasure. Remember, karma is a big bitch ready to flatten your ass out. And have you noticed I'm being nice? Because any other nigga would knock you the fuck out. You're right. You're right. It's just. And I know you have a list of niggas, I mean bitches to fuck, and it looks like I'm just next. So there's no doubt in my mind that you was just a waste of my time.
I felt that. I felt all of that.
Everybody feel it when it's a nigga that's doing you dirty. When the nigga doing you dirty, you gonna feel it. You gotta respond.
Like, why can't people just walk away? Why do they just have to be so extra and really just like fuck with your whole emotion?
Fuck with your whole world, your whole vibration. Like, you're not, no. I can't. Yeah, that's definitely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And just so you guys know, you better follow Sheen Anthony, right? Because he might or might not be on an episode of the J Rose Experience season 3. I don't know. I'm not gonna spill all the beans, but you might want to follow him and find out if he's on the show.
You said may or may not, and then go say find out on the show.
Oh no. You're gonna have to like watch the show and follow him and find out.
We gonna see. I don't know. But I know there's more to come because I heard season 3 is in Philly. But I know there's
yes, season 3 is in Philly. Season 2 was in ATL. I'm gonna have to come back to ATL so I can get Conscience on the show. ATL was ATL and Philly, not for nothing. Like, other than like me being in New York and being surrounded by creative people, like ATL and Philly was so full of so many creative people. There was just so many amazing, dope poets and musicians in those two cities. It's so rich with like culture and art that it was just. I'm glad that I went to those two cities. Yo, so, Conscience, you got something else for us you want to share?
Yeah. I got some experimental shit, so let's try it.
Experimental shit. All right. Sheen, please stay in the studio. I want you to come back and do another piece, okay? So stay.
All right. Oh man. All right, so this is my coming of age piece. This is my coming out piece, actually.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna write one. I wasn't gonna do that, but I was like, fuck it.
Yes, hell yeah.
All right, so this one is it's called 5X, or AKA Emotions That Don't Mix, and it's inspired by having literally emotions that don't mix, like when people be laughing but they crying, or you be sad and you're horny, like shit that just don't fit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'd still fuck Candace Owens. I'm a vape blowing, Hanes draw showing. Sometimes I give a fuck, most times I don't, ass nigga. Sometimes I feel like a nut, most times I don't, because I eat antidepressants like they almond joys. All my joy I left in Tiffany Haddish mentions. I guess this is another depression piece of chicken. I'm passing around a black tie affair. Yeah. And I still have Tariq Nasheed's ass tooted up in the air, gripping sheets like the safety bar at the fair. And life ain't. It's a bitch like he is, and then you die. And I shedded tears when Nipsey did, because he told me to face the world when I had a Nina to my temple, sitting in the silver Kia, contemplating suicide. Regardless of what you into, regardless of what you've been through, I feel like I got to tell you got something to contribute now. I may not have blue laces and some blue chucks, but I too never gave two fucks since I heard those first words he shared. Yeah. And I still knocked the moisture back into Candace's hair bent over, her edges hanging over the edge of the bed, spent the day with her crazy ass. You know, far right women talk way too much. I just want to love her for real, get that head, make her gagged and leave, or whatever Don Tripp said. Beat the king, self-hating Negro, Kunta Kinte, clapping Tariq's cheeks like cracking whips to show who really got the power, and no one man should have all of it. So I wish depression on America because I love company and our presidents can't fuck up the world no more as a fringe benefit. And once the buck breaks and the same bread now costs $2,000 because of hyperinflation, bringing so Mariah Carey over homosexuality Negroes that they got to be secretly in the closet into the same submission that they social media bully black women into 24/7 about to their knees. I'd still want to know what Tariq Mouth do other than denigrate black women in the alphabet community. Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a bottom to me, an alpha beta or alpha for short. He's 6'5", but probably also short, which is fine because my nigga can't be bigger than me. We've already established his bitch ass. And sorry, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but long homophobe short, my man Crush Monday is a bottom beta bitch boy whose Twitter fingers need to turn to trigger fingers. And I'm just a top of nigga who's got a magnum he can pistol grip pump. I guess the pit bull look just does something for me down there. Yeah. Sorry to dump all this weirdness on y'all, but yeah, this COVID pancreas that we ain't got me depressed and horny as fuck. Tell Tariq and Candace I'm down with the Menage a 3. Thank y'all.
Yo, that piece is fire. And it really like brings me into like that torn feeling that you were going through, like when you wanted to come out.
Appreciate it.
How, like, what made you finally decide that you're gonna like speak up about your sexuality, and like, how did you find the courage to like speak up and come out?
It was a long, I won't say 34-year-old road because, you know, my first, like 5'10" was just me being a kid. But yeah, it was a long, about 24-year road, I guess you could say. Just trying to unlearn all the shit from New York in the 90s, which was, you know, highly masculine, couldn't show no emotion, couldn't be soft, couldn't be sweet, couldn't be nothing. And the military had don't ask, don't tell. So, you know, I couldn't even pretend to, you know, so I had shoved it down so deep that I almost convinced myself, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, but then like being back free in the civilian world and just being around people who, when you're around somebody who's like truly happy with themselves, who fully embraces themselves, who fully loves themselves, you want that. And you be like, you know, I got to find out what I need to do to get it.
Yeah.
So, coming off of like a very depressive moment, because the Silver Kia line is actual facts. Like I literally almost took my life that day. And
wow.
I came from that back.
That line felt very real too when you said it.
Yeah, I came back from that. I started doing recovery, started doing therapy, started getting on medication. And I just said I was just going to be me. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to do what I need to do to find that happiness I saw in other folks. And that was one of the things, was just like realizing like, hey, look, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm still kind of like majority women, but that's just because, you know, bisexuality isn't always 50-50. You have some that like men more than women. You have some that like women more than men. You have some that like non-binary people more than anything. And so me, I'm just like, you know, hey, look, I want me a nice, fine woman. And, you know, we have a nice little fine dude that comes through every once in a while. You know, that's how it is. So just wanted to be open about that. You know what I mean? And just say, fuck it. This is me. Accept me. Love me. Don't. Because it ain't changing.
I think that's so dope. And like, not for nothing, I'm always like fascinated by having conversations with you, because like I don't know a lot of openly bisexual men.
Yeah, you know, we can't.
Like a lot of men that I know, they're either gay or they're straight. And the same thing with women. Well, women I find
more acceptable, but it's also made them, it also erases them because everybody thinks that it's just a phase or that they could just use them for sex. And so the women have it just as bad, just kind of like on the opposite end. They're over sexualized while we're not sexualized at all.
Yeah. So I love it. And I love the poetry, like you and Sheen's poetry about, you know, like, I don't often hear like gay men or bisexual men like do poetry about their sexuality. Yeah. So I always find that to be like super brave, and like, you know, although it shouldn't take bravery, it should just be some normal shit that the people hear. Right. You know, you shouldn't have to like be brave, but still, like, I'm so I'm like, I love that you're so open with yourself and so transparent. Like for me, poetry like that is like you can feel that. Like you don't have to be you know, in the same like sexuality like world, but like you can appreciate the transparency, you know, and
Exactly.
I can still relate to it, you know, somehow.
Yeah.
Oh look, Anisha's in here. Let me get you in here.
Mm.
Kenny, what's up, baby? I see her clapping like
Hello.
what's up? What's up? Get
Been a
yourself
long
together. Get yourself
time.
together. I'm gonna ask Sheen Anthony to come back up and share another piece with us.
Hey.
And then Kenny, you get yourself together, and then I'll call you right up. Unmute yourself, Sheen.
Oh,
There you go, boo.
is it working?
I hear you. Don't mind me, guys. I'm so hungry.
Hey, do what you do. I might go get me a snack real quick.
Do that. Do that.
He said, get that bread, get that,
Word.
get that food, then leave. Oh man. Okay, let me see.
Hey,
I
Goddess
wasn't
Iman,
prepared.
I see you in the comments. Pull up, sis.
Let me see. This is about to be some freestyle and stuff because I was
Ooh,
unprepared.
off the dome. Okay.
Partially. I got my book. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. All right. So we're gonna call this, since the first piece called was just, we're gonna call this Just for Today. Just for today, I will not worry. Worry causes stress and anxiety, which causes blockages to my root chakra. Overcome worry by accepting that all of us go through difficulties and setbacks in our lives. You decide how you will respond to them. Choose negatively. You chose to disrupt the balance of your mind, body, and soul. Choose positively and accept the setback as an opportunity to learn, and you can live a happier, more fulfilling life. If everyone believes that you're beautiful from viewing the outside, just wait until they see what's inside your soul. You are whole, a completed puzzle without any missing pieces. You have everything that you ever needed. You are abundance, expressing greatness at every sharp turn, becoming better than yesterday from the lessons you have learned. Just for today, I will not be angry. Anger is a powerful emotion that we tend to lose control of. We must understand what triggers our anger and how we can choose to remove this destructive emotion from our being. Realize that whatever it is that triggers your anger has complete power over you. Take back control of your emotions and choose to respond in a positive way. If you feel anger, smile and say, I am not going to let them steal my energy. My energy. Decide each day not to allow your energy to be stolen from you by negative people or situations. Have faith when push comes to shove that you will not crash and burn, even when times feel like you're spiraling out of control. Check for blind spots. Stay driven to strive towards your goals. Seat buckle for success. Writing your intentions. Manifesting on days you feel down. Realize it is only testing your strength. Trust the length of your process. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Honesty means different things to different people. Everyone at some point in life is dishonest. You may not steal from another person or company, but instead you'll be stealing from yourself. If you have a talent to help people and you choose not to, then you're stealing from yourself by denying your gift. You're also stealing from the person who could have benefited from your talents. Wasting your time on meaningless pursuits is stealing from your sacred and special time here on earth. Try to live your life to the best of your abilities honestly as you can. Honesty lives inside of you and doesn't care about being placed where others can view it. Lives every second. That's that piece.
Yes. Yes, let that anger go. Yes.
Yes, that anger is poisonous. And that whole like stealing from yourself, like Love it, love it, love it, love it. Speaking some real truth right there. I love it. Hey, Kanisha. You're muted, sis. Unmute yourself. Thank you so much, Sheen. Guys, stick around. I'm Storyteller Gordon's gonna be pulling up to do his feature set. Then you guys could do some more poetry and we'll say goodnight for the night. Goddess Iman, I DM'd you, sis. I sent you the info. Pull up and do something with us. But Kanisha, you ready to share some poetry with us? You could do a couple pieces.
I'm ready.
Yes. Tell us where you're tuning in from.
From New York.
New York.
It's been a long time since I've joined you, so I'm happy to be back.
Yes. Welcome. We're always happy to see you.
So I'm gonna do a familiar piece. Well, it was a while, but this one is chosen, and then I would like to do, if possible, another one called "You Are." So chosen, I'm gonna do. There's the censored, and then there's the uncensored. I'm gonna get the other one. My apologies. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Chosen. Chosen to be a part of his story, for a testimony of never-ending glory. Chosen to walk away from what has been given to me in hopes that I'll find something I don't even need, but he doesn't want to hurt me. Then why'd you stay? I allowed your lies to swallow my pride, and it's interesting because I never had a chance with him. For me, it felt like a never-ending story where you've left, but I'd never leave. Cycles roaring like tornadoes revolving, creating a beautifully recycled mess. Me. It was all I need. Not being able to see the true beauty inside of me, I allow your words to define me, knowing all you wanted from me was bended knees. No, I was not praying. But the worship that I gave him led me to believe I saved him, not realizing I just wanted you to notice me. So I wore my heart on my lips and let you come in me. I felt an alignment on the inside as I swallowed him. Every one drop, not leaving any mess. I'd say I clean up pretty neatly. X is his name. And he wasn't the same as all the other men you see. I enjoyed him. Sin so deep. And it wouldn't let me leave no matter how many times I tried to ignore him. Why did I allow you to have so much power over me? No other man could get this close. On my knees, I adored you. Or was it your stick? I get confused, but whatever it was is on him and now resides in me too. Past the deepness of my tonsils, your fullness settled in my throat. I wanted you to break me whole. Why didn't you want me? Is it because I gave it too easy? Or is it because once I had morals and pride, in your eyes you still saw him being what used to be? Yes, I could have been your freak, but I've never ignored you as you've done me. He had a part of me that was given to no man, not even the one who created me. I called you daddy. He brought out a different me, a me I had never seen, so I would never understand how you wanted but didn't want me. Yet I still reached out for you, hoping you'd be able to catch it. Wish I'd shown him the real me before giving him a piece of my brokenness. You didn't even want my pussy. My pussy. Said you did, but never took it. Maybe that was Yah's way of saving me still. I'd go one more time, hoping my eyes would somehow lure him into believing he needed me as much as I wanted it. Damn. Thank you for being you, he said. With so much joy and excitement, you give porn star head, but what does that even mean? I felt so insulted, and the images I sent him, only God knows what he'll do with them. Back to square one again. on bended knees. And yes, this time I'll be praying instead. God forgives me. Call me a Jezebel in Proverbs 31 body, but hey, that's mean. It's hard to respect her if she gave it so easily. And no, I don't mean mentally, physically. I can't keep fucking you. That's unheavenly. And then I'll go to hell and back again with you. But I'm not that girl. I'm actually really sweet, or at least that's what's been told to me. So for him not to notice me only means he had a hold of me, control of me, the freak in me. I loved it when you choked me. It was the closest I felt to you holding me, but I had to leave since I've already been freed. Christ stepped in with grace, took my shame, and covered the mistakes I've made. No matter how many times I fought or tried to fight it, was it by faith or ordained for me to come into ministry, living life, proclaiming to be a child of His own? Love and respect for all. We are all flawed, imperfectly perfected, whose love is not enough, yet we're the chosen ones. For such a time like this, can I rhyme right quick? Use the platform I've been given, shine His light right quick. Don't take it lightly. Hear my story. I give Him glory. A sinner in shame covered all my weight in weight. It was never ending. Heartbreak, rejection, pain in this lesson. Some things I never asked for. Still, I pray forgiving consequences of decisions made before existence. I have a choice. Right and wrong is not a new song. Repeat the same or live a legacy of change. It starts with you. Hi, my name is Beauty. And I'm addicted to pain, addicted to shame, addicted to voices telling me I'll never change, addicted to weight, addicted to carrying infliction set on by a whole other person. I'm addicted to being imperfect. Please don't think I'm a saint. Mess up all the time, but I did something today. I didn't run from me, my mistakes. Instead, face them with love, mercy, and grace. My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness, He said with such sweetness. So even imperfected, you're still made perfect. And that's chosen.
Mm. Mm.
That's
I'm addicted to pain. Yes, sis. We've all been there. Mm.
That's
That was
chosen.
deep. That was deep. Do you have another piece you want to share with us before we go into our featured performer?
Sure, if I have time.
Oh, I'm on the screen.
Welcome. He said, yeah. Look, storyteller going said, I gotta follow that. Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
Kanisha, wow.
Don't do that. Like, it's
I did it. You did it.
All right, Queen, please share another piece with us, and then we're gonna have our featured performer pull up and do his thing.
Okay. This one is called You Are. This is like one of my favorites. Okay. You are the very being of everything in existence. You are everything I've been missing. You are the soul I have been searching for. The covering given is more than I'm deserving. You are worth it. Worth all I've held on to release. In time, I'll show you. More than flaws can sing or deeper than sin can swim. I promise to be your heaven on earth in everything. The lyrics to the beat of your heartstrings, the river you flow on whenever, if ever, time brings. I could never be more than the very breath you breathe. Being is given for us to share. Let this air you receive bring renewance to your body, life for your soul, covering in your spirit, love. You are perfectly whole. You are the soul my spirit desperately yearns to feel. Your words of protection like covering from heaven, every pronoun of unction. God hear you speaking. My husband, he hears me too. Praying one day soon I'll be right for you.
to have and to hold, till death takes us home, to live eternally in love with the one whose love brought us in existence, to love one another as it is him whose love is in us. The love when every time I crown you, heaven sings. The quench of your thirst, renewing of the living word. I will worship in tune with the Trinity of truth. Generations of freedom, victory, and obedience will come from you. Your throne is the one I sit on. I can't wait to crown you. Intensity grows with every word God speaks, and you do, and I do too one day. I love you. I hope to make you sing, King. Rest in me, with me. Honey, you're home. I can go all day. There's grace in your existence, a covenant of God buried in the anatomy of your temple, our foundation built on the word that spoke us into existence. Can we exist then in the unknown, knowing lust will never be satisfied, knowing if you were to touch, my soul ties to the will of your hands. I'm no good for you right now. Thoughts of what used to be consuming, taking over me. I'm not ready, and you deserve more than me. Daughters of Jerusalem, do not awaken love before its time. Pleasurable sin is knocking, my king. I can't wait to crown you. Intensity grows with every word God has spoken, and you do, and I do too. One day, I love you. Wait, wait, don't kiss me yet. Hold me in your eyes, watch my hip dip, match your feet as knees bent. You're free to receive, unrestrained, boundless, uncontrollable, uncontained, reckless, venomous penetration of mind, body, soul, and spirit all become one. No destruction is not sin. Love that makes heaven sing, love like the ocean. Rivers deep. We are floating on a crowd created by our King to remind us in Him. Do we live, move, and have our being? Rest in me, with me. One day you will see. It is the Spirit who gives life, the flesh profits nothing. I can't wait until I crown you. Our love will make proud. Never want to be your desire. Every time you see me, know this is God's will for our lives. I'm done. Unless you are.
Sis.
That's a poet.
Let's go, poet. See, she a poet. Please tell the audience where they can follow you on social media. Is it the NEU under BU? New underscore BU?
Yes.
Yes, make sure you guys follow and connect. That's always really, really important. That's one of the main reasons why we even do this, is so you guys can connect with each other. I'm gonna play a really quick highlight clip of the J Rose experience, and when we come back, so Gordon, you got like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And when we come back, we will have our featured performer, storyteller Gordon, an amazing poet. I can't wait for you guys to see him. And then we'll do another round with you guys that are still in the studio, and we'll say goodnight. We'll make it an early night. But hang tight. I got some highlights for you guys. Check out episode 3 of the J Rose Experience.
Peace, it's Hazel the Aura.
Hey, it's Francesca.
And you're tuned in to the J Rose Experience.
Keep growing.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl J Rose. Thanks for tuning into the J Rose Experience. We have an amazing episode for you guys today. We have Hazel the Aura.
When I see most of my friends performing,
Yeah,
I was like, I want to be their friend, and now we're like best friends.
Oh.
I want a cheesesteak. And I ain't talking about Geno's or Pat's. Take me to the hood.
and Francesca.
Growing up being dark skinned and chunky in school, you was not
Yeah.
getting no, oh, hey, you know, it was my mom, it was my aunt, it was my grandmother. That was or at home. See, the funny thing about being beautiful in the eyes of someone else is that they think that your beauty is theirs to own.
We took some time to talk about how we can bridge the generational and cultural gaps of mental health awareness.
We're trained to like wait on our elders to come to us to talk to us as a sign of respect.
Mhm.
But one day we're going to be elders, and we have to learn how to navigate respect for ourselves, and that starts with self-love.
Before dropping out, I did go through a dark mental time with just seeing the same four walls of my dorm room every single day for months, and then that eats you up. You know?
And we also had a little bit of fun, you know, sending some funny text messages to each other during our off the top segment. Incoming message. Don't freak out, but I just got a tattoo of your name on my lower back.
We had sex 4 years ago.
I'm filing a restraining order, and this will be going in as evidence.
So make sure you tune in for an amazing episode. You ever been through like one of those stalker situations? Yo, both their faces.
Like I'm calling your mom.
Yes, guys, that's the J-Rose experience. Hi.
Hi guys,
What's up? So you guys, if you haven't tuned in, you can go to the Rose Garden events to the YouTube channel or Facebook and definitely catch up on episodes. Next week we have some really dope legends. King Shiest and E, the poet MC. They've been doing in the poetry scene for over 20 years out in Philly. So you definitely want to catch up with them. But are you ready for the man of the hour?
Yeah, I'm ready for the man of the hour. Hey.
Oh God.
What's up, man of the hour?
Yeah, don't make me nervous now. Don't make me nervous.
The energy is in the building.
You know, I've done a few features now, but I never like had a commercial break before it was me. Like that just made me nervous. I'm like, this is
No, you
it was
got
a whole
it.
commercial break. I'm like, she got bills being paid to sponsor or something. Like, I gotta ask if I can curse. I don't want to ruin J-Ro's sponsorship or nothing.
I got another commercial after your set, so we on it.
Oh, well, she got commercials. Like I seen a Pepsi ad or something in there.
All that, baby. That's why you commercial all that, baby.
I gotta get an advertisement on J-Ro's joint. Like you probably charging Super Bowl price.
I'll be like, you all that, baby.
Not yet. Super Bowl prices
Right.
are in the future, though. Like, so
I get a 30-second spot. That might cost too
catch up
much.
with me now before the Super Bowl prices kick
Right.
in, guys.
Right? I'm here for it, J-Rose. I'm here for it.
All right. Well, without further ado, the man of the hour, our featured performer, storyteller, Gordon. Please give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Peace. King.
I think it's not for real, but hey, get it.
This is just like
I love
What?
it. Why did he freeze? What happened now?
this virtual voices open mic. I remember signing up for one of the first ones at the start of quarantine.
Yes.
And to think about like what has happened since then is just so insane. But I go by the name of Storyteller Gordon. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Rose.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. I go by the name of Storyteller Gordon. Before I perform, let me issue this warning. The words I deliver have been known to trigger various responses. Please keep in mind, I'm just an artist. After Poetic Boy D. It's just a stage. It's just a microphone. It's just not me. See, y'all must have me confused. I'm nothing like them, to tell you the truth. I'm actually on the other side of this whole poets are people too. I mean, no disrespect. Poets are cool. I just don't do what they do. What I do on this mic was always closer to rap to me. Like, I'm more likely to start a fight if someone in the audience snaps at me. I'm no poet. The stories I deliver half the time aren't mine. If you appreciate a line, it doesn't mean we are aligned. It wasn't based on trauma or feelings, just something that came to mind. And I decided to share it. You decided to hear it, but we aren't kindred spirits. That's something you might say to a poet. I'm not one. You want to hear something poetic? Okay, I got one. A wise man once told me poets are liars. Poets are pessimists or optimists who use their feelings to document, and me, I need logic, I need science. See that poetic stuff? I tried it. I tried to paint this beautiful picture with words, and it just wasn't as vibrant. I tried to do that thing some poets do with their voice, that when it goes from high to low to mid to let you know where the emphasis is, but when I did, it just didn't hit. I have spent hours combing through the thesaurus, just in search of the best fit word to just insert like this might work, but it doesn't. I'm no poet. I know poets. Like, I know poets who've written in fears, painted in screams, sculpted with tears, bottled the volume of whole oceans into time capsules of emotions, leaving audiences overdosing on potent dopeness. But me, I'm no poet. Poets are emotional weirdos who pick at scabs and reopen wounds to entertain. Matter of fact, poets are heroes who bleed on stage in an effort to save a room full of strangers from the same, brave enough to relive traumatic episodes of pain for a live audience's sake, recite them and remain sane. Poets have the supernatural ability to manipulate pain, and they make it beautiful. Poets are people too. Does my pain of not being one sound beautiful to you? Nah, I'm no poet. I'm just a skinny kid from Brooklyn who writes.
Yes, guys, please unmute yourselves. Clap, snap, unmute yourselves.
Oh, what's good, AC? What's good, AC?
Home with you guys. It's short, it's simple, it's sweet, and it's all I got.
Well, we're in the middle of our featured set, so you can definitely share your piece after.
I can do it afterwards. That's fine. You guys got this going on. It's my first time. I don't know what's happening, but I'm hyped.
Well, we're here for all that energy. I got you on the list, sis. Don't worry. You can definitely
all that energy.
You could definitely pull up to the virtual mic as soon as our feature performer is done with his set.
That's fine. I just got a short thing to call it a night. It ain't no big nothing, you know.
All right. Thank you for that piece. Please, storyteller Gordon, what other story you got for us?
Snap, snap, snap. You got it from me.
Thank you.
Snap, snap, snap. That's all I got, baby. I'm sorry. Snap.
Don't apologize. It's okay. You know, you stepped in the middle of this room and you didn't really know what's going on, but we appreciate the positive energy always.
Facts. Big facts. What else you got for us?
So my next piece, you know, since I'm no poet, when I came through to this space, I had to learn the rules. And one of the rules I learned was I heard a lot of people throwing out the word like format and structure. They said I needed structure. At first, they disguised it as religion. They threw 66 books at me, baptized me into years of commandments, living under commandment. They commanded men to commune on Sundays, take part in communion. I drank the Kool-Aid in search of reconciliation. They told me I should confess my sins to sinning men. I simplified that and realized that sinning meant being men. So my penance seemed never ending as each urge led to repentance. So I prayed night and day in fear of the Lord's vengeance in search of absolution. They told me I'd be blessed for undergoing persecution. They told me I'd inherit the earth for being meek, the same earth made in a week. But it's been centuries and the pain of my ancestors make me question if this inheritance will ever get to me. It's starting to get to me. Maybe this is just some elaborate scheme that makes me question if this structure was ever meant for me. No longer shackled to their faith, I had to set myself free. And still, They said I needed structure. So they endorsed organized sports. They threw a playbook at me, subjected me to a locker room culture that made me a brother, but also a better taunter, led to discipline, understanding positioning and timing, conditioning and diet, but also trained me to resort to violence at the sound of a bell or a whistle or a gunshot or a siren, taught me to be physical, to change my environment, never understanding I was chained to my environment, trained to be an Iron Man, sacrifice myself, never miss a day, slack a moment, or take a play off. How else will we make it to the playoffs? If we lose, then what's the payoff? Understanding I wasn't guaranteed to make it to the league. They left me with 2 blown knees, possible CTE, and aggression that never leaves. So understand why you ain't saved when that bell dings now, when those sirens ring now, when that man swings now. No, I ain't gonna sit down. They said I needed structure. And so the judge threw a book at me, sentenced me to 25 to life in New York State's Green Correctional Facility. Structure with no women, where men pray differently here. No organized sports, men play differently here. Comparing numbers, counting numbers, days are numbered, jumpsuits numbered, growing numb to this feeling like this is where hope ends, where I stood in line in wait for doors to open, knowing freedom wasn't on the other end. Picking up books, wondering what I misread, wondering where I went wrong, wondering if this is the structure they wanted me in all along. Thank you.
Yes.
Storyteller is motherfucking right. Damn, boy, you tired fuck, kid.
Yes.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yo, they loving you. The comments are crazy. My favorite poetic non-poet.
Absolutely. Thank you, Goddess Iman. She know Goddess Iman. Shout out to all my people in here. It would be too much. Let me see if I could follow the chat real quick. Get some shout outs. Shout out to President Ella, my heart. Shout out to Goddess Iman. Shout out to Symbolic. Shout out to my girl Susan. Shout out to my boy Knox, Symbolic. Sheen already know what time it is. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Shout out to AC Lightning, my guy.
Yeah,
all right.
Amazing.
I don't know how much time I got left, but let me
Go
try.
ahead. Give me like 2 more pieces. Give me like 2 more pieces. Come on.
So it would, I can't do a feature without doing this piece because sometimes I get in trouble if I do a feature and not do this piece. So I'm going to do it.
Yay. I hope it's my piece that I like.
Oh, yeah. I hope so, too. I don't know. Save my life. Don't record my death. Knowing that recording will traumatize my mom and leave my loved ones depressed, broken, and upset, I beg. Knowing that footage of seeing me zipped up in a black bag will only lead to me being a say his name hashtag, I ask. Don't record my death. Save my life. The idea that the video of my murder will get more views and reposts than any of my work or deep quotes doesn't sit well with my soul. This isn't how I wanted my name mentioned by LeBron James or Hov, 2 men I grew up admiring but didn't want to die to get to know, so no. Don't record my death. Save my life. To avoid them labeling me as a victim instead of hero when really I was neither, I'd much rather just be viewed as a survivor, so please don't record my death. Save my life. But in the unfortunate event that I'm murdered by a racist on video, make sure y'all drop my killer's address before y'all drop the tape. I know I stood for peace, but that line was no mistake. I guess the idea of me being dead makes me co-sign revenge because we don't earn enough credit being law-abiding citizens. I guess the thought of them defaming my corpse before I even completed rigor mortis was haunting. They'll probably use this piece. What else can they say when I got 2 degrees and no rap sheet? And I didn't do drugs, so don't believe their talk screen. And no, I didn't try to run, because shit, I was no athlete. When there's not even a record of a hateful tweet because I wasn't on Twitter, how do you criminalize a black man who left you no evidence of him being a nigga? I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll try to make it seem like I was married to the streets, to justify giving me this honeymoon with my body under sheets. Find pictures of me with my cousins and caption that as thuggin'. Photoshop a few bandanas for good measure. Quote lyrics from my teenage rap songs as if at that age I should have knew better. I know better. I know there will be protests. To those with no priors, please don't waste your first arrest. Not on me. It'll only lead you closer to being my sequel during a traffic stop that should have been routine. To all others, burn some shit up in my name. Loot some good shit from Fifth Ave to remind them that I had expensive taste. Shoot a racist statue down to remind them that we also got aim, that we aren't just targets, that there's a penalty for turning us into martyrs, that respect is overdue and we're done waving the late charges, we're done turning other cheeks. Over 400 years of being hazed by America, and we still haven't earned any letters except RIP and DOA. Meanwhile, you dispute BLM and let them have KKK. You let them make blue shirts out of white hoods and send them into our hoods to persecute us and justify it as them defending the ground that they stood when they're not even from here. When without their badge, gun, and backup shit, they probably wouldn't come here. I hope the video leads to enlightenment. I hope y'all fight for policy change more than y'all fight for an indictment. I hope the video exposes the true colors of those who tend to pose as allies. Let's see if it's all lies or if they care about our lives, or if when we say black, they're the ones who respond with all lives. Organize billion-dollar boycotts. Hit them in their pockets. Not just for me, but for any black man who died for pulling out his wallet. Let's get revenge by putting the same chokeholds on our dollars to see if this economy can breathe when under the pressure of us leveraging our buying power. Since they seem so adamant on our destruction, let them try to survive without us. On a positive note, throw a slam event in my honor. Make sure poets hit the stage. Make sure I inspire pens to move and limbs to move, and the protests look like celebrations. Make sure news speaks for the nation, and there's laws passed in my name. Make sure the impact of the video gives me influence from beyond the grave, leads to a brighter tomorrow, and doesn't just immortalize another dark day. And here's one last thing y'all could all do for me. Riddle my murder site with pens so I can finish writing my story. Thank you.
Oh.
I had Punk Flesh face the whole fucking time. Like,
every time. Yes, Ella, President Ella. Every time I hear this piece, it hits. Always.
Thank you. Like I said, it's still surreal to be here and be featured on this platform. I know it might not be nothing to you, J Rose, but for me, it's kind of like where I started from. I didn't think that I would ever be featured on anything, to be somebody that someone wanted to hear multiple pieces from. And I think it's just crazy to show how this period has led to so much growth. So I was so eager to come back and be like, look what I did. I'm big now. I'm tall now. I grew up a little bit.
I'm so proud of you. I've been watching your journey since the moment we met. And I have to say, this is why I do stuff like this. This is why I have a platform like this, because I wish that you guys could see yourselves through my eyes. So many people, so many of you amazing creatives just don't have that don't believe in yourselves enough at first when you first step on the stage. And for me, I see the talent immediately. I sense it. I could feel it the minute you open your mouth and you start spitting a piece. From the first time I ever saw you perform, I knew you were amazing. And I'm so happy to see that you learned how amazing you are and you started doing something with it. And I'm such a big cheerleader and advocate for growth, for creative growth, and you're doing it, you're killing it. I'm so proud of you. And I really, it almost makes me mad when you guys are I was I wasn't good enough, and I'm just yo, you've been amazing since the beginning. You're just getting better and better. So I'm honored to have you here. When you said yes, I was just yes.
That's crazy. I just feel still so new to the space that what I wanted to do coming in was just come from a place of of respect for the culture that I didn't really know too much about, and find pockets to grow and develop, and meet people who can help me grow and develop. Because who you bond with, who you connect with, who inspires you, really shapes who you can grow to be. So I'm so thankful for the people that I met along this journey that really played a big part in my development, whether they believe it or not. Thankful to all the people who gave me a platform to even speak, an open mic where somebody even wanted to listen. Places where I developed community and relationships, like that meant a lot. So I'm thankful for it all. If I got time, I will do one more piece.
Yes, of course. Please
give the mic back to the people.
Share. You are
this piece is really a piece that I probably would not have written if not for the people I met. And I didn't even plan to do this today, but I did hear some conversations, so I just want to get into this piece.
Yes.
People grow apart, right? That's what I've told myself to sleep comfortably at night. That's how I bared the burdens of banishing a brother over bullshit. Why would you telling me what you did behind closed doors make me close my doors to you? After all that we've been through, I didn't even consider what it took for you to execute that move. Silly me. Focused on the fear that maybe all those years you was feeling me. Questioning whether your truth was fair to me. Never thinking how uncomfortable you would have been. Listening to my vivid descriptions, speaking conquest of women. Jokes calling you gay when you didn't have any of your own stories to mention. Forcing you to play wingman. Was my inability to accept you and your coming out decision due to my own guilt of feeling like I was responsible for you playing out of position? For not listening? What was I missing then? I choose to look back and blame it on my youth. Still too much of a coward to really face the truth that I was scared. Scared for what it meant for me. Scared for what it meant for how we defined masculinity. Knowing you were always more of a man than I'd ever be, scared that conversations would change. So I got scared to speak. So scared I didn't answer your call one day. One day has somehow turned into 318 weeks. Scared of having to label you my gay best friend. As if I had to add a second adjective depicting how you lived to show we were different. Scared the activities we enjoyed would be different. Like now we'd have to use different gym equipment. Like menus would change and have a section for gays. Like now it would mean something different to order Hennessy straight. Like your ability to understand sports would no longer be the same. Like us hanging out would now look like a date. Scared you would talk about love in a way I couldn't relate. Scared because I'd be uncomfortable at the idea of queer sex. Scared that you'd notice. Scared of the conversation where you'd realize I'm homophobic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that me realizing that truth came at the cost of our closeness. I'm sorry for treating you like you chose this. I'm sorry for being too ignorant to understand and too oblivious to notice. I'm sorry your best friend wasn't someone you could have told this. I'm sorry this isn't something I was able to help you cope with. That I was sold out of warm hugs, so I offered cold shoulders. I'm sorry for my absence. Sorry for my abandonment. I'm sorry for everything that happened. I'm sorry I lived up to the stereotype attached to cis straight black men. You deserved better. I'm better now. Sorry I wasn't then. Sorry this education came at the cost of my best friend. Thank you.
Yes. Woo! President Ella said that piece felt so vulnerable. Oh my gosh. Yes. You got all the snaps tonight, guys. Please give us some snaps, give us some claps, all that good stuff. Share your appreciation in the comments. The comments, they're going crazy in the comments. So
Yo, this shit is
I
mad
appreciate
fucking
all
real,
the
yo.
love. I really do. I really, really do.
that was really deep. I really, really love that last piece. I really just love your whole artistry, your whole style. You are truly a
Thank you, Jay
storyteller.
Rose. Jay Rose, stop it.
No, you are talented, man. Like, I'm telling you, I wish y'all could see yourselves through my eyes. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I be so mad at you guys sometimes. I feel like you're awesome.
I barely write. I'm a pretty lazy writer. A lot of these stories are not mine, but they do come from a place of relatability for me.
Yeah.
It's me putting the stories of men who don't like to speak on these things into words. I think that it is a job that we have as writers, as creatives, to sometimes tell stories for the people who can't and speak for the audiences who don't. And I think sometimes a lot of Black men feel pigeonholed into being things that they aren't because they haven't heard someone tell the story that they resonate with.
Yeah.
And not everyone is ready to come out as the first one, to tell a story like this.
Yeah.
After the story's already told, it's easy to just be another person telling a similar story. Sorry.
Yes. See, you popular. They calling. That's your agent calling. Like, yo, we going to Hollywood.
Stop it.
Listen,
I'm here for the people. I still rock with the people. Can I do 1 minute of self promotion?
That's what I was about to come on, man. I does this.
I'm gonna get killed if I don't do something. I still got to try to pay some bills as an artist, right?
Please tell the audience where they can find you and what you have going on, because I know you have a lot going on.
Man, I don't even know what I have going on. Like, I gotta look up by the day right now, the way things are always changing. But I go by Storyteller Gordon. You can find me on Instagram, Storyteller_Gordon. My YouTube channel is the same, Storyteller Gordon. My website is also Storyteller Gordon. You can find some of my pieces there, some merchandise. I got a t-shirt here, Poets Are Heroes. That is the movement there. Poets are heroes. There's also Poets Are Weirdos, and I'm no poet. And I got some flavors there, but it's all based on the art. I think sometimes we get caught up in finding ways to support artists, and for me, the biggest support you could show me is just supporting the message, just supporting the art. I think that's big. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need to sell you anything. However you could support me on your terms, not mine. I appreciate all things. Some things I got going on right now. I do host Poets Are Heroes feature and open mic once a month on Clubhouse. So follow that Poets Are Heroes page to keep up with those. We do like these comic book advertisements to show that poets are indeed heroes, and we ask them questions and allow them to tell their stories. It's just a way for me to give back and offer a platform similar to what J. Rose offered me when I ain't have a platform. So
yes,
it's important that we continue to find ways to give poets outlets to speak and perform and grow their craft. Other things I got going on, I did found a nonprofit organization called Form Focused Operation to Redefine Masculinity, where we'll be working with youth and young adolescent adults in terms of having them define their masculinity in a more positive ways to reduce the outcomes of toxic masculinity in our communities. We have to understand that masculinity isn't evil. It's patriarchy that's evil. And we confuse the two so often. Masculinity is not the in opposition to feminism. It's actually a complementary force. So we got to find ways to be better men. Since women are out here killing it, let's be better men.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna jump off my soapbox now and just thank everybody for the love. Thank everyone who supported me throughout this whole journey. Thank you, J. Rose, and thank you to Leah V, who's not present today, but I know Leah V is a big part of this, and you're your partner in crime. So
shout out to Leah V. Let me tell you, I forgot that she was taking this night off, and I'm like, yo, where are you? And she's like, away, and I was like, oh,
You like, I'm on vacation.
I'm like, listen, next time remind me because I be forgetting. Like, I definitely be forgetting.
It happens. You busy, J Rose. You busy.
I am, and between just my professional and creative ventures, you know, I'm a mom too. So it's like, you know, that life balance is difficult. But enough about me. Thank you so much for featuring on this platform, Storyteller Gordon. Please, guys, make sure you're following him. And those of you that are tuning in, stick around. We got 4 more performances to kind of have for the night. We are going to end a little early tonight, which I don't mind. I got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to film a special episode of the J Rose Experience. So yes,
you too. I gotta be up earlier.
Thank you for that lovely comment, Kanisha. My speech is poetic dopeness. That's dope. I appreciate it.
Listen, they loving you. They loving you.
Felt like I was hearing another one, and I'm like, wow, okay, just keep going.
Yes.
That was dope. That was cool.
I had to. Did you see what you did? You set that bar high. I was like, damn.
So I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. Soda Lee's. I think she's like, is she peeing? Like,
nobody knows.
Oh Lord. All right. So I'm gonna call up next Conscience, Sheen Anthony, and then Kanisha. We'll see what's going on with Soda Lee's in a little bit. And I'm going to play a quick commercial break before we go to Conscience. Yes, those were 2 commercials for the Writer's Unblocked Journal, which is a journal with prompts and activities created and published by myself and Leah V. We created it from cover to cover, so it's completely customized. The prompts are all ours. The activities are all from our own creative minds. And the other commercial was for a writer's retreat that I am facilitating in April. It's a 3-day getaway in the Catskill Mountains. So if you're in the tri-state area and you're interested in having a 3-day getaway, we have discounts for groups of 2 or more people. It's pretty dope. The price includes transportation from the city into the Catskills, back home, food, lodging, and all the workshops and activities that we have planned. And it's more than just for writers. There's going to be a lot of therapeutic type of workshops as well, because my partner in this event is a therapist, and she's amazing. Her name is Chantel Doswell. So big shout out to her for making this happen for me. Like, this is a dream come true for me. So I'm really excited. All right, Conscience, you got something for us?
Yeah, I got one more joint for y'all.
All right, please, let's share it. This is our last round. Please share.
So this one, I fucking hit. The title's called Strange Fruit Nursery Rhymes. Just gonna go into it. I would like to open up this poem with a deeply profound quote from the Earl of Sweatshirt of Windy City. It goes, "Rap like I'm mincing meat, call me Lou. If I'm on a track, niggas skip to me." My darling, the fuck is you talking about? Main bars, boy, so check it. Old MacDonald had a farm, andele, mammy, E-I-E-I, uh-oh. And on that plantation, he had some pigs. Snouts flaring at the daring, popping at Kunta Kinte's buckshot, so plenty at backs, frying skin like bacon. Eeny, meeny, miny, pinky dripping, Jerry Moe curls, black toes squealing like Geico, all the way back to the one-bedroom shack of a slave quarter they call home. That costs $2,500 a month to call a crib, call it Marvin's Room or Tomb of the Unknown. Inner City Blues brothers singing, oh, maybe wanna holla the way they do my Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. This vicious circle is a flat wheel on a bus that goes round and round the often rosy, drenched colored streets of the plantation. Crops ripe as tomatoes, ready for harvest, even the green ones, because they good for frying like brains of prescription opioids. Nancy Reagan-esque Southern Belles created campaigns trying to told you Humpty Dumpty to stay away from the wall, while plantation on Oregon sent slave patrols who demanded you put your face to it, or else become the victim of a great fall, which we all do. Down like a bridge in London, they done built it up with iron bars. Gold and silver is the profit that the owners make for large-scale slave housing. Oh, my bad. It was no longer referring to the bridge. Burned by a fair lady wearing a blindfold holding Libra, a constellation of twinkling, twinkling little stars wondered at by twinkling eyes who can barely look up at them from afar through prison windows. Covered by the web of one of Charlotte's children's itsy bitsy spiders, washed out by a rain of gunfire, a hailstorm of bullets, shells pouring in the shirt collars like water in the spouts, those keloids on the skin akin to branded chattel. So what are you prattling on about, Jack? How Jill won't come tumbling after you anymore? Because she's now on crack, became Peter the Pimp's whore, her life a pumpkin shell of itself. Little Miss Muffet zoned out on a dirty cum-stained tuffet, eating her words, and she cray-cray, scratching as if Charlotte hatched her kids on her skin in an attempt to scare her straight away. Hey, baby, the sun will come out again after Hurricane Wolf Chris blows all the piggies' houses down. But the chances of that are the same as you being found wrongfully convicted and eaten at Ruth Chris the next day. It's a nice dream, though. IH drifting away on a sea of hard, self-made bed instead of rowing gently down a soft pillow back at home. Clanging a nightstick against cell the next morning reminds you of an old children's song. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les matins, ding, dang, dong, nig-nog's gone, ring the alarm, ding, dang, dong. Saved by the dinner bell from which himself he hung. Thank you.
Come on.
Let's go. Go off.
Hey, can I do a poem real quick? Can I?
Hold on one second. Let's say thank you to Con Science for doing his thing. I will have you come up right up next. So get your performance ready. You got your poem ready, sis? Thank you, Con Science, for sharing some more poetry with us.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. I need to see what everybody else got.
Yes, please, and please, guys, follow. I'm gonna call up Soda Liz and then Sheen Anthony. Soda Liz, what you got for us?
Totally. I have a short, very short poem, and I got it for you guys. Here. There will come a day where the universe will retrieve me, chew me up, and reconceive me. They who have lived behind my eyes will die and achieve. They will be the one thing I will leave behind. And that's it. There will come a day where the universe will retrieve me, chew me up, and reconceive me. They who live behind my eyes will die, and they'll be the only thing I leave behind. And that's it. That's all I got.
Where can people follow you? Are you on social media?
Okay, I'm on Instagram as SODAY. LYS. And that's it. Yeah. Sodalyz. SODA, soda, LYZ. And that's all I got.
Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, make sure you follow and connect with each other.
It's small. It's not shit. It's just the universe will reconceive me, chew me up, and, do its thing with me.
I hear that. I'm all for the universe.
That's honestly it. Like, that's all it does. It just chews you up, spits you out like your bubble gum. It'll blow a bubble, but honestly, that's all you got. That's all you got until you die.
Trust that process, right?
Yeah. Honestly, because yeah, no, thank you guys. You guys are the best. And thank you for doing this, because I've been like, oh hell yeah, but that's all we got. The universe,
Yo,
it's gonna do it, spit us out.
Can you
that's
that energy that you have, can you like bottle that and sell it? Because I could definitely use a couple ounces of that.
No,
I need that. I'm gonna need that energy tomorrow.
You can hang around any time, and I'll tell you the same thing. The universe is just gonna eat us up, chew us up, and spit us out like bubble gum. So we just gotta make the best of it. We just gotta be like, hey, like, you know what, universe? That's fine. That's fine and all. And you know what? That's what's up, bitch.
Oh my gosh, what a fucking night. Thank you so much, Elise. Next up, I'm gonna call up Sheen Anthony. Then we got Kanisha and Blue the poet.
Snap, snap, snap. You got the flow.
Let's
and
go.
I will never hear from you because you got the flow. Go ahead, baby.
What you got for us?
Yeah.
This the speed round?
Yeah, baby. Give us what you got.
All right, we're going to jump right in. I see you, I honor you, and I appreciate you. I see the divine being you are. I just hope that we all understand the facts that we are made up of the stars. This is only a physical vessel that I control because I am not just a body, I am the soul. This is only a physical vessel that I control. I am not just a body, I am the soul. We absorb all colors like a cellular black hole. Once color enters, it cannot escape. Melanin are concentrated colors similar to the darkness within outer space. We embody carbon-12. It grows like chlorophyll within a tree. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, all elements that are inside of me. Melanin is not just our pigmentation. You may just call it black. Well, you see, the original meaning of black is pale, faded, absence of light, and I refuse to accept that. I am a light being, wholehearted and empathetic, cosmic energy running through me. I am electromagnetic. Melanin is made up of magnetism, electrifying muscles, organs, skin, the genetic of being lights and sounds. My wise old soul has been here too many times. I have now become clockwise. As time goes by, I find myself reading in between the lines, diligence into my shadow work, lifting the veil, finding my purpose, beginning to heal, shining the light on love and dimming the light on negativity. And I've realized why they don't want us to know our true identity. So much power within knowledge will be stronger than they'll ever be. Gaining crystal clarity, becoming our higher selves, reaffirming our divinity, divining health before wealth. Melanin is our vibranium. We are made up of condensate, an organic liquid substance that are located behind your pineal gland. This will be affected purely by the sun to transmute to carbon-7. We are looking forward to DNA activation, but only if you don't accept prescription mutilation. I understand. I understand that your physician, they may seem genuine, but never trust a doctor who won't take their own medicine. Transhumanism agenda within a vaccine, best believe they know that we hold the God gene. They may try to erase our light. Their words are null and void. We are celestial light beings. Our energy cannot be created or destroyed. So to my emperors and empresses, I ask of you, have you researched any of the things that they tell us to do? No need to fear. The information age has been here. And I refuse for my people to be dummies controlled by puppeteers. Stories within Bibles are only allegories. They are not to be taken literally. We are not born in sin. We are born in skin. We are walking trees of life. We breathe as the trees grow. Melanin is our dark matter. Liquid gold glazed over my higher self. Consciousness breaking free from our mental cage. We refuse to be a prisoner any longer. You cannot trap a god or a goddess. We are celestial light beings. Discovering our worth has become real test. This isn't about race and who is more superior. My family will have to recognize that we have been judged only by our exterior. History has been shown to mask our story. Fear being installed, preventing you from your glory. False evidence appearing real will not become my reality. I understand that heaven and hell are just frequency. So I will continue to instill positivity into my family tree. So now do you see and do you understand your true purpose? Have you understood what Earth is teaching you? Do you see the divine being in me? Because I see the divine being in you.
Yes.
That boy cold.
Ooh, that boy good. Yes. Ooh, I love that, Sheen. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sharing. Yo, tonight we've got some real deep ass poets. Like, you guys are amazing tonight. Like, thank you. You guys are making the show, and we have such a short list, but like, it doesn't feel like I have a short list because you guys are just dropping just amazing poetry all night. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move on to Kanisha, then we'll have Blue Flames the poet, and then I'm gonna share one last piece to end the night, and we'll say peace out. Those of you watching, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you show love to the performers in the comments, and make sure that you follow them. All right, Kanisha, what you got for us tonight? You got another piece?
Yeah, this one is called Truth. Okay. Here depends on how deep in you'd like to be. Moving freely across the ocean, see more of you and less of me. Holding on to memories of what used to be, how you used me to be the very definition of beauty. You see how detrimental to the soul, death to mental hold you carry. I want it out. Yet in your stronghold, I married the very enemy of my soul. How could this be? Life with you was death to me, though to tell truth was as movable as the ones holding me. I wavered in fear. Drowned into the pit of despair, this pair was new to me. Seen it many times before, but this was blue for me. How truth lives in lies. How fear is the fear given to carry in the back of your mind. It's been there this whole time. Deep in your heart, these wounds left its mark on the very land given you to lay in. Roots so deep, causing the ground beneath my feet to shake, and every step towards change I make twisted my soul. The beauty I see no longer seed inside my growth, grounded by the life it gave. Seasons change. I ate off of the tree told forbidden to me. My desire was free. It's crazy how sin suffocates the very air we breathe. In you do I live, move, and have my being. You've created this vessel before my existence exists then in me. You said so clearly, for the first time in my life, I can see. That's it.
Your poetry is like so soothing. You could be probably right talking about like crazy stuff, but your voice is so soothing. I love it.
I love the religious references. It's like every time I hear one, I'm like, "Ooh, I know that."
Yes, yes. I love that. How does it feel when you like put a lot of thought into a line or like a reference and like somebody gets it? Like you just like, yes, yes.
You know what's interesting? I like it's hard for me to write and think. I like when I write and it just flows. But when people get it, it's like, okay, I wasn't going crazy when I wrote it. So it's
yes.
I know the feeling.
I think we all can appreciate that feeling for sure. Always, especially when you do like come up with a great line, and you're like, you go back and forth. You're like, damn, are they gonna catch this? Are they gonna catch this? And then somebody comes up to you and they're like, oh, that line, and you're just like, yes, I'm not crazy. You get me. You get me. All right. Thank you so much, Kanisha, for sharing with us again. I'm gonna go on to Blue Flames, the poet. You cut your hair. Did you do something different? You came
Yes.
to, in Puerto Rico, we'd be like, you came raspa coco, like you, that means like, you know, baldy. I love it. I love it. I don't know if Gordon can hear me, but if you can hear me, Gordon, if you can do one last piece to close the night, let me know in the private chat. I would love for you to do one more piece for us to say before we say goodnight to everybody. But Blue Flames, welcome to the stage. What you got for us? You can share 2 pieces, please.
Oh, see, I was actually trying to squeeze in 3 because these
Oh,
are actually short. These are actually short pieces, and I'm gonna get through them like they're nothing.
all right, let's go. Let's go.
All right, and all of these don't have titles, but here we go. 8-ball, corner pocket, 1 hit, on cue. The solid white knocks around the edges. No pinball machine, just a slow burn of anticipation till it ramps up. 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits in there. Circling around confrontation, beating around the bush, square dancing around the burning question that would expose the truth. Once that final hit comes, even with a graze. That last roll into the cloth of the deep net creates the direct but vague dialogue for nothing more than just, you guessed it, excerpts of speculation in that same pool of the thick red. Reading in different contexts that bleeds the curious cases on the cases of curiosity. That misinterpretation or the triggers as the source of potentially overanalyzing by empathized dissection. Too much intake spills from the closed scars. And for the open wounds, seals the trifecta centerpiece to set up for the multicolored pawns being knocked around, scattered to make way for the sign of the infinite 8. Here's my second. Becoming a loose cannon can make anyone a runaway bandit, just ready to tie the knot with the bandana over the eyes. The outlaw identity begins to take over the actual life of the human being, from a former name to a person without, turning these rebels into legendary mythical labels. All of what's known as survival, the psyche, the mind, the brain, the body has morphed into the mysteries that even the news articles can't be definitive as to give the answers to those questions. Molding into the shape of what became the infrared mentality, ready to take aim, a face that's unrecognizable, a figure that's only the hidden silhouette, yet the reveal's all in good time. And my third. Why does her Cleopatra complex attract my very thoughts to the Mona Lisa context? It's the beautiful mess study of understanding the depths of the broad appealing undertones of what's next. While still hidden from the same prying eyes, yes, I could say that, and yet, does that mean I'm also ghost scrolling? With that said, I might as well be subtly creeping, silently crooning in my head. She's the song that I can't get out. But then the second I'm on, I'm too caught up in her gaze, even the lookaways or the off guards that the highlights of her glow up reminds me otherwise. That it's impossible. I could easily be thirst trapping myself in this cage of compliments, locking myself down with her as the key. But getting these thoughts ahead of myself too much will already take a toll on my conscience. Logging off these ideas only to connect with her differently.
You and your closing lines always be killing me. Yes. Thank you so much, Blue Flames, the poet. Make sure you guys follow him, please, 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 and
We
connect.
need them socials, Blue Flames. What's some socials?
It's Blue Flames, the poet, right?
Underscores, anything?
Yes. Well, that name is usually meant for my Facebook, but that's actually the stage name I go by. Poetry Flames is my Instagram.
Oh yes, Poetry Flames with a Z, right? Flames with a Z.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Thank you so much for coming through. He's one of our frequent flyers, as we like to say. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Oh, I see Goddess Iman is joining us. Let her compute. Oh, I see you, sis. I'm gonna connect you. I'm gonna bring you in the room right now. Hi, beautiful.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't know how my connection is acting right now.
Oh, you're fine. You're actually
Clear
perfect.
as hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sound amazing. Can you please share some poetry with us, Queen? Please.
I will share a
This
recent
is like,
piece
yo,
that I
guys.
wrote.
I crushed so hard on Goddess Iman. Y'all don't even know. Like, I got butterflies in my stomach. I love her.
I will say
Anyway.
I know my light's going, but I'm not making it that kind of night. I'm chilling tonight.
But
All
please
right.
give it up. Give Goddess Iman Aaliyah a warm welcome. Welcome to the stage, Queen. What you got for us?
I have this piece. Let me see if I can jump to it and y'all still hear me.
Yes, if you
Boom.
have two
Are we good?
pieces, you can share two pieces. You know, I ain't gonna stop you.
We'll see. Let me do the first one. This is called Fuck Winter. Light, thief, cold, creep, blood burglar stealing love, life ending happy forevers. Icy hoe, spiteful, holding boots till spring. Truth manipulated into freezing feet, savage. Frost a bit, itch till cold shoulder collapses, spreading venom inward, creating old school ice boxes where aluminum foil wrapped heart used to be. Heartless winter, when the tallest walls are built to protect from cold, to drown out those lost, echoed soul screams from other mountains, hoping to be saved. Wrestling with life to see the dawn again. Scavenge in search of insulation for fallen stars, calcifer, warm hope like faith descends. Burning heart swallowed whole by the darkest night, the harshest winter. Brothers be blizzard born. 79, 10-4. Grandfather James' car won't run. Taxi cab won't come. Ambulance is the only prosperous one carrying death and hope of life. Hoping he'll rise on the Thursday to celebrate birth again. But Winter said we had another thing coming. Icy hoe, spiteful, freeze to, savage, frost bit, itch till cold shoulder begged for rebirth. Praying the ashes and snow won't melt into that ugly shit that everyone's annoyed with. Like, can a phoenix fly? Can that fire rise when suppressed by a frozen lake, drowning under thick skin cut deep by the ego-wounded notion of self, locked back in by the unknown? The ignorant one, roaming shell of a human hell. I'd relocate to escape it. Find place of palm trees, high constant sun, but even there it rains. And when the light flies west, the nights are cold. Women grow older, and the cold gnaws at sensitive ears like darkness, like chaos frequencies of traumatic loss, of lacking life, of being powerless to stop it, of contemplating to be or not to be. In darkness, in hibernation, suddenly blind and alone, just wanting to see the light of that summer night type vibe, where the warmth remains and a cool wind is a reminder that you're human, that you're alive.
You see why I love her, guys?
Oh, she damn for sure let that marinate for a second, man.
Listen.
Now I gotta peep more of her stuff.
Listen. Yo, she featured for the hotline, one of my other virtual open mics. And when I tell you she put on a performance, like she had outfit changes, like it was lit. She was everything. Make sure that you guys connect with her. Her Instagram is Music Loves Poetry. So please make sure you follow her and connect with her.
Iman, I love you.
We love you.
I love you,
yeah,
Gordon.
that
I'm ready for
hotline
the
was
Gordon
hot.
pose.
You what? I'm gonna share a piece with you guys, and then Gordon, are you gonna come through and do one last piece to close out?
I could come through and do one last piece. I
Yes!
changed out of my official storyteller Gordon get up, but I could still do.
Mom,
you good. I'm gonna share one last piece.
Do you have any more of this?
No, I don't have any more lemons. Sorry, my son wants to eat lemons.
No, I don't want to eat lemons. I want to put the lemon juice inside a cup and drink it.
Make sure you get that sugar in there.
Right, that's a very
Balance it out.
No, he does not need that at this time of night. Thank you. I'll pass.
Add a little something in there.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna share this piece called Poverty Within the Lines, and then we're gonna bring up storyteller Gordon to shut it down for the night. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Not everybody all at the same time. Anyway. So I hope y'all like this piece. I don't do this piece often, so I hope you enjoy it. My son is so weird. Anyway. Yo, 5-year-olds, let me tell y'all. Anyway. Hold on. See, I'm like my only tech support tonight. This is like, I'm so used to having Leah V holding it down that I'm like, what do I do? Anyway, Poverty Within the Lines. Poverty is not a skin color. It's not made of black and brown faces staring into a camera while a D-list celebrity asks you to be a sponsor for just 15 cents a day. Poverty isn't a race or religion. It does not lurk behind mosaic stained glass windows or hide within the thorns of Jesus's crown. Poverty is something much more deeply rooted. It is the rusty nail hammered into the palms of our communities, crucifying our children's future before they're even born, and now our roses struggle to blossom from the blood-soaked concrete. Poverty does not consist of deprived hands extended to the world for spare change. It is far more bold than that. It is the lack of opportunities and the false dream that everyone has them. It is the abundance of oppression and the idea that it doesn't exist in our own backyards. It is the tainted images of our broken spirits that stand on street corners and dance on poles. These are the images our children are forced to identify with, forced to mimic. Why would they want to be doctors when trapping and stripping puts more food on the table much quicker? Education, self-love, respect for others. Ain't nobody got time for that. Who has time to be all up in some books? Who has time to build themselves or their people while life's paint chips off the crumbling castle walls and brown water pours from the corroded faucets of our unity? Who has the fucking time? And time is money, baby, and that's where our undreamed dreams lay in the hands of the privileged as they actualize what we never even knew to visualize. Because those that went against the grain to escape rarely come back to give back. You see, poverty is not a country bordered by lines of fire. It is not the state of being extremely poor. It is the state of mind. A mental illness that allows the lack of ambition to fester deep inside. It is the terrorist that keeps our fear hostage in our hearts and tortures the sovereign thoughts on our crowns. Poverty is a social status. It is the steel bars that incarcerate our knowledge of self. It's what keeps our sons circling through that revolving door called the prison system. It is a 3.5-inch thick polycarbonate window our babies have to look out of just to get a glimpse of their fathers. Look, but do not touch my child. Now wait, bye-bye to daddy, because our hour is up. That's my piece. Whew. That piece is
Sheesh.
that piece.
Daggers on that one.
That's how you feel, J. Rose?
Yeah, that piece
Mommy.
gets me like really emotional. Oh
Yeah, no, that's heavy.
Mommy, it's
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, guys.
Mom.
All right. Gordon, you got another piece for us to end the night?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
All
do.
right, please welcome back to the virtual stage storyteller Gordon, our featured performer, to close out the show. Woo! I need sound effects.
So what you're saying, J Rose, is now you want closure. I guess you expect me to reopen that wound and give it to you. I guess you think I can just unzip scars, dig into these emotional pockets that take a toll on me for your gain and profit. You think you got that kind of hold on me? Stop it. Closure is for the person who stayed. You left me heartbroken, left me on red, left me depressed, left me for dead because I felt like I died. Drowned in a river of tears. They said men don't produce. Choked on the pride I swallowed trying to get back with you. Riddled with bullets because each time I reached out to reconcile, I was shot down. At what point did I learn my lesson? After head-on collision with depression, took months for this resurrection. Too bad amnesia never set in, tried to scrub you from my memory, but was unsuccessful in forgetting I remember. You said we could remain friends. But when you checked out, I got no check-ins, no hey stranger, no how's it going, no how you been, just a has-been who has bent over backwards out of love, has benevolent qualities you took advantage of, has benefited you in the past, but now that's a dub. Isn't it typical for others to reach out only after you get a grip, never when you're trying to avoid a slip, when helping hands are attached to short wingspans and don't extend as far as you'd like, you grab onto shit and your fingers never really get rid of the stench? Do you know how disturbing it is to feel ignored? Do you know how loud the voice of silence is when you just hoped someone would respond? Do you know the half-life of love and how long it takes for all of it to be gone? Because even after all that we've been through, a part of me wants to say it's good to see you. But as I look into your face, I don't see you. I just see pain. Money spent that can't be refunded. Gifts given that can't be exchanged. Days wasted that can't be recycled. Letters written that can't be erased. Damage I have to heal from caused by feelings that need to be replaced. Matter of fact, removed. And I guess that starts today. But you say you want closure. Give me a break. Closure is for the loser. So when you bowed me farewell and left me holding these L's as you went on to live your best life, unbothered by what mine would be like, did you ever think that you'd be back here? Now look at you, holding back tears. Guess the rumor that I purchased rings finally got around to you. And that grass you thought was greener started looking brown to you. Stark truth, winter is coming. And I can tell you, alone and cold is the climate where bitterness grows. My advice is invest in a good coat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Yo, the Game of Thrones line.
Yes, I was like, shit. See, there you go. I was just about to say it. This was the Game of Thrones ending that we should have gotten.
Yes.
Yo,
oh my
Yo,
God.
J Rose, like seriously, thank you for all of this. Thank you for all of this.
Yo, you are so amazing. Listen, Goddess Iman says she came back on and got punched in the face by Winter.
Yes, she did.
Goddess Iman already know what time it is. All right, she knows what time it is. All right, I got my pen sharpened by playing with Goddess Iman. Okay, she helped sharpen my pen. She knows.
They say steel sharpens steel, right?
Absolutely, she knows what that is. Goddess Iman.
You can see the parallels here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those of you that stuck around and watched the whole night. Thank you so much for watching. This is really important for our performers. You know, we support each other as creatives, but it's always great to have an audience. You know, this is what we want them to have. So thank you for you guys being an audience. Thank you for those that came into the studio to perform. And I really appreciate you guys. I would have been up here by myself for 2.5 hours, just me and Gordon. Like, so thank you. We did a poetry battle or something like
it might as well have been. Or a podcast.
My
Listen,
bag not as deep as yours, J Rose. Not at all. My bag is not as deep as yours.
stop. Trust me. I
Well,
would
you
have
better
pulled
start
out like
digging, bro.
I would have pulled out my
I'm
early
trying, but
2000s.
J Rose got a 10-year head start on me.
Listen, I've been writing since I was 16, and I'm gonna be 39 this year. So I've been writing for 23 years. So,
all right, so you got like a 22-year.
so I've been writing for a minute. But you could listen. You've been writing for a year, and you fire already. So like, I could just imagine you 20 years from now. Like, listen.
I don't even want to imagine me 20 years from now. I'm old right now. Today's the oldest I've ever been.
Ain't that the truth? Do you want to say goodnight to everybody?
Before I say goodnight and say
okay. Come around. We're gonna say goodnight now. Come around this way. My son Phoenix wants to say goodnight, and he has a special message for everybody. Come on.
Good night and keep growing.
Yes, sir.
You too, little man.
Good night.
Speaking
Good night
of
to you
keep
all.
growing,
Man. So much talent in this room. Thank you, guys. Good night.
yes, follow him. Buy his merch. His stuff is really, really dope. I love the design. I love the whole.
Get that stimmy.
Yeah, he's got a whole look. But after you stop by and visit Storyteller, come by and check me because I've got some new merch. It's super limited. Speaking of keep growing, we just got some face masks that say keep growing. So I don't have a lot. It's gonna be up on my website on Monday. So hit the link in my bio. I'll probably promote it or something at some point. But yeah, we got some face masks. Try to be safe, and I'm just experimenting with this. All right, so maybe this will work out. Maybe people will be popping with the keep growing mask. I don't know.
Everybody need a face mask, okay? Make sure y'all staying safe out there. It's still out there.
Yeah, it really is crazy out there. Oh yes, Sheen Anthony commenting about the unblocked journal. Get yourself an unblocked journal. It's really dope. I don't have my copy next to me, but it's a really dope journal. If you guys are looking for prompts to write about things you don't normally write about, it's definitely a great journal. We have very unique prompts in there and games and activities. So yes, but thank you guys all. Please connect. Please follow each other. Big each other up. Let's, as Leo would say, we all we got. Thank you, Gordon, for being an amazing feature tonight. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you.
I gotta check the recap. I gotta check the video back.
Facebook and YouTube, share it, let people know, tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know the word of mouth is one of the best ways to kind of get yourself out there. So share, tell people about us. Let them know about this platform because we are here for you guys. This is really not for me. Like, I enjoy doing this and connecting with you guys, but this is more for you guys to have a space to be heard, to be seen, to have a voice, and have a safe space to express, non-judgmental. So we're here for everybody, as long as you're not here talking no hate shit, because then you gotta skedaddle.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you guys. My long-winded goodbyes, they're always like this. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Keep growing. Stay safe out there. And we will see you on the 5th. And I will be out of the country. So I will be in like another time zone. So hopefully I can make it through the whole show before, and I don't pass out. But yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Listen, yes, it's going to be interesting. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Thanks for tuning in.
Night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. Good night.